Okay, let's take a look at how to simplify this radical. So the first thing we need to know is that this is a cubed root. So if you're going to be able to take anything out of this radical, it has to be a cube. So what I like to do is I like to split it up so I can look at numbers differently than my variables. So for the numbers, we're going to want to go and look at this chart over here, okay? And we're going to look at the cube column. And we're looking to see if 256 is one of our perfect cubes, okay? And it is not. And if it's not, we want to look and see if one of these is going to go into 256. And yes, 64 does go into 256, okay? You can use your calculator. 256 divided by 64, and it's going to go in there 4 times. So I'm going to split this up as the cube root of 64 times the cube root of 4. Now with y to the 7th, we're looking for groups of 3. So I can put 3 of the y's under one radical, 3 more of the y's under one radical, and then one more remaining y. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and here's the 7th right there. All right, now the things that I can take out of the radical, I will be able to take this out of the radical, this out of the radical, and this out of the radical. The other 2 things are going to stay in there, right? So this 4 and this y are going to stay underneath the radical. Can't take them out. All right, let's do it. Cube root of 64 is, well, I come over, I look at my chart here. The cube root of 64 is 4. All right, here we go, 4. This one stays under the radical. The cube root of y to the 3rd is just y. The 3rd root of y to the 3rd is, once again, y. And then this one right here, the cube root of y to the 1st, can't do anything with that. So that's going to be cube root of y to the 1st. Okay, and now we just need to put them back together. So outside of the radical, I have 4, and then these 2 y's are going to give me y squared. And then inside the radical, you know what, let me move it down here. I'll just make a little space. 4y squared. And then inside the radical, this is a cubed root, I'm going to have 4 and y. Okay, so this is your answer. Let me show you another way to do it. If you want to see, if you understand that, you can stop the video now. If you want to watch another way to do it, let's look at the cubed root of 256 y to the 7th. Okay, in this way, I'm going to split it up as much as I possibly can. So the number 256, I'm going to break that down into primes. Okay, and you might need to go watch a video on prime factorization. And I'm not really too confident about many other numbers other than 2. I know 2 goes into 256, and you can put that in your calculator. 256 divided by 2, you get 128, so that one's prime. 2 goes into 128, 64 times, that's prime. 2 goes into 64, 32 times. 2 goes into 32, 16 times. 2 goes into 16, 8 times. 2 goes into 8, 4 times. Whoa. And 4 is 2 times 2. So if I break this up into primes, 256 is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 2's. Okay, so let me rewrite it over here. So this is going to be the cubed root of, let me make some space. I know I'm going to need to write 8 2's. It's the cube root of 2 times 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 2. 8 of them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. Yes. All right, and now y to the 7th. Well, I'm going to write out 7 y's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now, because it is a cubed root, I need groups of 3 to take one outside. So I will take 1, 2 outside. I will take another 2 outside. Okay, I don't have 3 here, so that has to stay. I will take 1 y outside, and I will take another y outside. So outside the radical, I have 2 times 2, y times y. And then underneath the radical, what's left? 2 times 2 is 4, y. 4y. Okay, so putting together what I have out in front of the radical, I will get my answer. Let's see, 2 times 2 is 4, y times y is y squared. So I will have 4 y squared cube root of 4y. Okay, it should be the same thing I got up above. Let's check it. 4y squared cube root of 4y. That's right. Okay, so maybe you see the cube root of 64, and that's fine. And if not, you want to break it down into all the primes, and then you can just take out your groups of 3. Okay, I hope that helps.